Look, I don't have time for your bullshit, Brick. I'm a very busy man. So why don't you just get your stuff and get out of here?
Why don't you tell me what this thing does first?
Do I look like your nanny? I don't have time for any storytelling. Well, when I was 6, I was outside playing one night when all of a sudden I heard a strange noise. I went outside to check it out. I got hit by this blinding white light. I woke up several hours later. When I went inside, I tried to tell my parents what had happened, but they would never believe me. After that night, I decided to dedicate my life to the science of unexplained phenomenons. Then when I was 20, both of my parents had passed away and left me with a small fortune. I took the money and constructed a machine called the SFES. It was able to send messages into outer space, into other galaxies. Of course, the FBI found out about my project and shut it down, but not before I got a single signal.
You mean someone was trying to contact you?
No, let's just say I contacted them.
I'm not following you, Doc.
It was a code like nothing I'd ever saw before, but the strange thing was, it wasn't coming from any other galaxy. It was coming from our very own. And I knew it wasn't from this world.
Don't tell me you believe in little green men, Doc.
So I isolated it to the laptop just before the raid. And I headed out to a motel to continue my research. This is where it got even stranger. The signal was getting closer, as if it might have been looking for me. I transferred all the information to my GPS, and then went out to look for whatever it was. And that is when I found this.
So that's what was giving off the signal?
Yes, I believed it to be so at the time.
So you think a little green man left that here?
Well, I don't know who he was, Brick. He was phasing in and out, like whatever was trying to send him here wasn't strong enough to hold his particles together. I approached him to see if I could get any hint of something he might be saying.
And?
I heard him say something about there was no sign of 3331.
3331? That sounds like prison numbers.
What?
When I was in the joint a while back, they assigned you numbers. I was 4345. 3331. Sounds like a number.
You know, that explains a lot. I never thought about that before.
So your mysterious alien? He was looking for an escaped prisoner from Planet X.
You know, that's a very good possibility.
So what happened?
Well, he vanished, but this is what he left behind.
And you just decided to take it?
Well, how couldn't I? This is one of the most important discoveries in history.
Maybe someone else's history, Doc, not ours.
You're underestimating what this could mean. Not just to me, but every person on this planet.
So what happened to your alien?
When I was looking at the device, he phased back in. I tried to get away, but he moved so fucking fast. He had some kind of gun. I'd never seen it before. The bastard took my hand.
But you managed to get away.
He phased back out again, and I didn't wait around to see if he's going to show back up.
So this toy of yours, what does it do?
This is what I'd been missing all those years, Brick. It's like having a battery, but no flashlights to put them in. I've been studying this for 9 years, taken it apart 100 times. I even tried to duplicate it once. With our limited technology, it was impossible. But as far as I could tell, it's some sort of cell.
Cell?
A battery pack.
To what? So you know what it does then?
The man I saw in the woods that day, he looked human, but there was something about him. It's hard to explain. You know, when you get that feeling of something not being completely right.
You're saying you don't think he came from another planet, but another dimension?
That's right. I believe this device has something to do with him being here.
You think it opens some portal between our world and theirs?
I'm impressed, Rick. But there's no telling if this works or not.
Watch where you're pointing that thing, Doc.
Do you think I'd be stupid enough to give you all this information if I was just going to keep you around?
Kinda like you, Doc. Don't make me kill you.
Have a nice trip, Rick.